This is what a real weekend reset looks like as a working homeschool mom. No perfection, just simple homemaking, frugal family life, meal prep, cleaning, and getting everything ready for a brand new week. Every weekend, I try to give our kitchen a fresh start before Monday rolls around. I really am not doing anything fancy. I just put things back where they go, wipe down the counters, and just kind of get caught up on all those little things that pile up throughout the week. I always notice that when the kitchen is clean, the rest of the house just feels more manageable to me and I feel a lot more sane. It definitely doesn't stay perfect for very long, especially with kids, but just starting the week off with at least a clean countertop really makes a big difference for me. My goal with the weekend reset is never about making the house look perfect. It's honestly just about making Mondays a little less hectic and my week go a little more smoothly. So future me is always really grateful that I spend just a little extra time on the weekend cleaning up. While I'm doing that in the kitchen, I'm also slicing up this loaf of homemade bread. This is actually only my second time using this bread slicer, and so far I'm pretty impressed. My mom gave it to me as a gift because she knows that I love to bake homemade bread, but I'm really, really, really bad at getting even slices. And that drives my children crazy because they like to eat sandwiches and they want it to be on like even sliced bread, which fair enough, okay? But it's a really simple little gadget but it's working really well, and honestly probably not something that I would have bought for myself, but I'm pretty sure that I'm going to end up using it a lot. So I am curious to see how it's going to hold up, but for now I think it's pretty neat. And honestly, just having the evenly sliced bread makes the homemade loaf it just makes me happy. It just makes my heart happy.
Hey y'all, it is Saturday, and so I'm just trying to catch up on some stuff around the house before we have a really busy week next week. I have a lot of work things I need to get done next week, and of course we have homeschool every day anyway, so I'm trying to get caught up on things around the house. So I started some laundry. I typically really like to only do that during the week, but I just got behind this week and I don't want it to just keep piling up and up and up, so I'm going to do a little bit of laundry today. I've got to do something, let me see, with this. These are squash. I think they're called kakuzi is how you say it. Squash. So I need to process those. But I've been putting it off like all week because obviously it's gonna take me forever, I feel like. Or maybe it just won't take me as long as I feel like it'll take me. I don't know. That's a lot of squash. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna actually do it today. I'm gonna be so for real with you because why? I just don't want to. So I'm gonna keep working on some stuff around the house just to kind of get us prepped for the week. I also need to go to the grocery store at some point. I usually do like grocery delivery because that is just a time saver for me and a bit of a sanity saver. But I think I'm just gonna go to the grocery store today because I like to do that too. So yeah, let's just go get stuff ready for the week.
One thing that I've had to learn is that my weekends almost never go exactly as I've planned. And I'm somebody who really likes to write a list and cross things off of the list. But I haven't quite learned to stop expecting the weekend to go exactly the way I want it to. I still try my best. I usually have that list of everything I want to get done, but life has a way of adding a few unexpected moments along the way. In the middle of cleaning up, my daughter asked me if I would paint her nails, and honestly, I feel like too often I say like, oh, maybe later, or oh, just go play. But, since it is the weekend, I really wanted to just slow down and just spend some time with her as well. So we did take a quick break and I painted her nails, and it just only took a few minutes. But I know that those are little moments that she'll remember for a lot longer than whether the table got wiped down first. And after that, I did some work to catch up on some of the behind-the-scene tasks for my job. And while I was doing that, my kids were creating little crafts that took my nice clean table and made it a whole big mess again, but that's totally fine. That's just life, right? And balancing work and homeschool and homemaking and family is definitely not always neat and organized, but this is kind of what it's looking like for us. And now the next thing I'm shifting focus to is a project that I've been meaning to tackle for so long. Our front door has this beautiful window on it, but we get so much glare, and there's also parts of the window, like you'll kind of see in a minute, there's parts that are kind of like a beveled where you can't quite see through them, but others are just regular window pieces. And if you look through those, you can actually see all the way back directly into our master bedroom, and I kind of hate that. So I'm cutting this film, and it's supposed to also cut down on like the amount of sun that comes in through the window. So I was cutting that down and then putting it here on our front door, which was a little like finicky, but honestly was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a nightmare, but it wasn't. As long as you just spray the window down really well with water, then it's easy to get that film on. And then I just use like a little X-Acto knife type thing to go around the edges and make sure it's kind of trimmed up neatly. It was not perfect, which is kind of like my motto lately, like done is better than perfect. And I assure you that this is not perfect, and it certainly did not look professional, but at the end it is done, and I have already noticed how it helps so much with that glare. And I just got this film off of Amazon, y'all, and it was not expensive at all. I really like how it turned out, and it is helping quite a bit. Next, we had a quick little stop at a playground before heading over to Costco, and everything I got at Costco today ended up costing $101. So I got toilet paper, yogurt, coffee, peanut butter crackers, frozen berries, frozen chicken nuggets, and 2 2-packs of apple juice for $101. Tonight I'm getting the rice started while I figure out a meal plan for the next week. Instead of planning out what meals I want to have first and then making a shopping list, I'm doing kind of the opposite of that. I'm going through the fridge and the freezer and just taking inventory of what I already have and then building meals out of that. So basically, I've been really trying to do lately is just use what we already have instead of automatically just going straight to the grocery store, because it can be so easy to just forget about the things that are like tucked away in the freezer or in the back of the fridge or pantry. And so instead of just buying more and more food, I was thinking we have plenty of food, and I just need to use it up. So it definitely is taking a little more creativity, but I'm really enjoying that. And I'm enjoying seeing how many meals I can put together out of what we also have. Another part of this is that I'm just challenging myself for the next 2 weeks to stay out of the grocery store. Mostly it is because, like I said, I know that we have enough food to make it work, and I have a few random ingredients that have just been kind of hanging around for too long. So this feels like the perfect opportunity to use those things up and take advantage of that. But also, I know that it will save us some money and reduce food waste and hopefully free up some freezer space, because I have so much stuff starting to come in from the garden, and I really covet that freezer space and I need it back. So we will see how that goes. I ended up making a list of 5 dinners that will be on my meal plan for this week, and I just do 5 because we always seem to have leftovers, and that I want to make sure that we have space in our meal plan to use those up as well. So I have 5 dinners, and then as I was looking through, I did see we have definitely plenty of things for breakfasts and lunch as well. But when I write out my meal plan, I just typically only actually write down the dinner things, because we usually go for the same things for breakfast and lunch every day, so that's pretty simple for us. Now, I'm not at a desk here, but I am back to work because a delivery came in for my job for the clinic. This was a donation that came in, and I have to say that one of my very favorite parts of my job has been, well, there's so many, actually. There's so many, but one of them is seeing how our community has really stepped up in such a big way, and this is just more proof of that, and I'm just so grateful, and I love it. Okay, so these toys that you just saw me opening up, they are from donations that were made to my work. I run a nonprofit, and it's a clinic where we do speech and occupational therapy for kids. And I also do a lot of autism training for parents. I've trained first responders, daycare centers. I think I'm gonna do pretty soon, have one coming up, or they're interested in it for like a church that wants to, they don't want to start a full special needs ministry, but they're just wanting to see like how they can just be more inclusive with their current congregation, and some things they can do and how they can better help a family there. So that is what I do. It's a nonprofit, so we have a very shoestring budget. So donations like this, it's just like it's a passion project of mine, and so it means so much to me. So this is a fun thing of work that I get to do, is unbox toys for our therapists who get to use them. So I bet they will be excited. I'll just send them a message and let them know, because we also had some toys that came in yesterday too. So I'm gonna take some pictures of these and post it on the clinic's Facebook page and just say thank you. Overwhelmed with gratitude. And I know I look like a hot mess. I took a nap earlier after we got back from Costco. I was just gonna lay down with the heating pad, which is a little wild when it's like 100 degrees outside. I'll acknowledge that. I'm dinner cooking right now. It is salmon with rice, and I use some homemade bone broth for the rice, and I'm pretty happy about that. And that's what's going on right now. Okay, yay. Sunday mornings are usually a little slower around here, and I try to use that time to just kind of ease into the day. Honestly, I would like to ease into every day, but that doesn't really get to happen. So I enjoy it on Sundays for sure. And I'm starting off by making a smoothie. It's one of my favorite breakfasts because it is quick and it is healthy, and I can just chock it full of protein. That way I stay full for longer, and it just avoids me having to actually cook. So it checks a lot of boxes for me in the morning, and I enjoy that. After that, I am doing another quick kitchen reset, and honestly, and you probably can relate to this, I feel like I am constantly cleaning the kitchen. I clean it and then it's immediately being used again, and repeat over and over. But I have learned that instead of waiting for it to feel like this big project that I have to do, to just do a lot of little resets throughout the day, and that makes things so much more manageable. So I think here all I was doing was just emptying the dishwasher and then just like loading it and leaving it at that. But of course, when you have kids, you are rarely cleaning alone, and my daughter decided that the kitchen was the perfect place for a dance party, and we have lots of dance parties in the kitchen. So she kept me company while I was finishing up, and honestly, this is a very normal day for us. You know, cleaning, cooking meals, listening to music, and the kids being right in the middle of everything that you're trying to do. So it is never perfectly quiet, but it is real life. And honestly, I wouldn't trade all those little interruptions for anything. I've got the kitchen mostly picked up, but I'm still obviously using it too. So right now I'm going to fold some laundry from the laundry I started yesterday. I hung up everything straight from the dryer, what needed to be hung up, and then everything that needed to be folded, I just threw in here because I didn't care if it got wrinkly. So I'm gonna fold this stuff, and then I need to finish the little, you like that? That's a cute little thing. The tacos, the breakfast tacos. I like to make sure that the eggs are like completely cool, because that's what keeps the tortillas from getting soggy. Or, because I'm not freezing them this time since I'm just making 6, but typically if I do like a breakfast taco or breakfast burrito, I would freeze it, and then you also want the eggs to be totally cool, because otherwise you'll get freezer burn. So Those are just hanging out back there. I also took the tortillas out of the fridge so they could kind of warm up so they'd be easier to work with. And then I have my dehydrator over here. It's that white tower thing. That's where that lives during this time of year, and it has oregano in it right now, and that it's done, so I need to take that out and process it, just like break it up in the little herb grinder thing and store it, and then fill it back up, probably with more oregano, honestly, because all the basil I have I want to turn into pesto. I don't know that that's a today job. Maybe it's a today job, I don't know. I'm kind of just wanting to like sit down and read my book. That's kind of what I want to do. So at the very least, I'm going to do laundry. I'm going to do the breakfast, tortilla, egg thing, tacos, and the oregano. Because I like to get the kitchen like as reset as possible. Because it is Sunday now. So the better of a reset I can do on the kitchen, the better success I'm set up for the rest of the week. So that's the plan. By this point in the weekend, I'm usually trying to finish up those last few little things that will make my week coming up run just a little bit smoother. Laundry, of course, like I mentioned before, I don't typically love doing it on the weekends, but it is like a never-ending task, right? And just getting it folded and put away means that my brain is going to be more clear, and it's going to be easier to find things, and we're not like digging through baskets to find our clean clothes on busy mornings. So I really like to do my best to try to get those clothes put away. I also finish up the breakfast prep for the week. I did mention these breakfast tacos earlier, and I really do love doing a little prep ahead of time. Just having something really that's easy and quick to grab makes mornings go so much more smoothly. I am just not a morning person. I'm going to be so honest with you. I do not do well in the morning, so anything I can do to make morning time less stressful and chaotic, I'm here for it, because until I have had a cup of coffee, I feel like no one should even really be speaking to me. But of course, everyone's speaking to me. I also am processing that oregano that's coming out of the dehydrator. I honestly love these things, or these little tasks like this, because I love gardening, and even though I don't have nearly as much time for it now as I used to, it's still just so satisfying to take something from the garden and preserve it, and to know that it's going to be used by our family, and I just love that. This weekend definitely was not about getting everything done or having a perfectly clean house. It was really just about taking care of the things that needed the most attention, spending time together, tackling a few projects, and setting ourselves up for a smoother week. That's really what a weekend reset looks like around here, just lots of little small things that add up.